we are, season 6, episode 9, if you're keeping track at home. And we are, because, well, we're home, and we're just keeping track. I don't know. This is all I got, people. This is what we do. It's all we do. We sit around all day Sunday for 12 hours. We get up at 7:30 in the morning. We spend 12 hours prepping for this moment. That's not true at all. No, we frantically try to get home by 7:30 a lot of times. Today we were home, though. We were home all day. We built a greenhouse.
Yes.
Well, we did not build a greenhouse today. We built a greenhouse over a period of a few weeks, but here we are. We're celebrating. Paul, what does this have to do with the cocktail? It has nothing to do with the cocktail. The cocktail tonight has to do with this. We are doing the quarantine Jean Harlow cocktail. Paul, is it National Jean Harlow Day? I don't think so. Let me tell you what it is. It's National Don't You Dare Make Another Bourbon or Whiskey Cocktail in This House Day.
Yeah, damn straight.
Or possibly weeks. So I had to come up with weeks. So I had to come up with something new. So I came up with the Jean Harlow. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's a great rum cocktail. Shelby loves rum, and we got a good bottle of rum, so I'll tell you about that. So come on in, Blue Monkey Quarantina. We're the only business is monkey business, and, well, you know, whatever else. You know, Aperol Spritz, such. Here we go. Come on, folks. Let's make a cocktail.
Will we have cameras?
So, we're further along right now than we were last week. Wait. Did you switch music? Oh, my God. You got it. All right. We are officially further. I don't know what's going on. All right. Here we are. Let's just see what happens. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Season 6, episode 9, Blue Monkey Quarantine, and thanks for tuning in for all my tens and tens of people. Folks, we are doing the Jean Harlow cocktail. I found this one. Like I said, this was, Paul, if you make another whiskey or bourbon drink, we're done with the show. So
you will not have a producer, I think is what I said.
And we've seen what happens when we don't have a producer and I do the show. It is not good. So, I was at a loss for what would I make, and then we had some good friends who made a trek to Puerto Rico, and they brought back this gem of a bottle of Don Q aged rum, and I said, well, golly gee, there's my answer. I'll just find a nice rum cocktail. Lo and behold, the Jean Harlow cocktail was found in my 8 minutes of research.
Look at that. Okay.
Even producers make mistakes. So there you go. Oh, you were going for the Jean Harlow, and then you get the Blue Monkey. Mm-hmm. If I had a nickel every time, it'd actually be one nickel. That was the first time that's ever happened.
That was the first time. I was just keeping you on your toes.
So this cocktail, we're going to 1930s. This is a Prohibition-era cocktail. What is a Prohibition-era cocktail? It's a cocktail that was made around the Prohibition. Prohibition was 1920 to 1933. January 17th, 1920, if you want to be precise. And then, lo and behold, I always remember this one, December 5th.
Oh, yeah.
1933. My birthday, not the 33 part, just the 5th. Anyway, we can trace this actually to 1933. This cocktail appeared in a book called Hollywood Cocktails. What else would it be? We're talking about Jean Harlow. So this book was called The Hollywood Cocktails. It was written by Buzza Cardoza, who they made like postcards and some books and things like that. So this was kind of this wasn't like a die-hard, this isn't the Bartender's Guide or what are some of my other cocktail books? Why am I blanking? Like Savoy Cocktail Book. Yeah, that's what I meant, Savoy. But it was a cocktail book. It was Hollywood Cocktails. And this cocktail was in it. So the cocktail is said, obviously it's named for Jean Harlow. The question is, was it named for her or after her? Meaning, Some people believe that this was posthumously named after her, but most people believe it was actually her drink. She loved it. This was her go-to drink that she would have when she was out and about. And from my 8 minutes of research, she was out and about a good bit. Quite the drinker. But anyway, let's. Well, who was Jean Harlow? So Jean Harlow, going back to 1911. So I'm going to tell you something I didn't realize, but I'm not a 1911, 1920s, 30s film aficionado. I didn't know how far back she went. I didn't realize that she was basically the role model, the idol for Marilyn Monroe. Like Marilyn Monroe was a kid when Jean Harlow was out and about, and this is who she wanted to be. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. So Jean Harlow got her start in silent movies. She was actually competing against another blonde, and one of the things that got her, Jean Harlow, to kind of get her one of her moves forward is the other woman that she was competing against was a Norwegian, had a very thick, heavy accent, and they didn't think she'd be able to make it in what they were calling the talkies. Those were the new talking movies. Mm-hmm. So Jean Harlow kind of got a leg up on her. Jean Harlow, though, her first start were in silent movies. Her first movies, Laurel and Hardy. Yeah, she would be in a lot of Laurel and Hardy movies, shorts, if you go back and watch those. And I love Laurel and Hardy. Mm-hmm. I used to watch as a kid with my dad. We used to go to a pizza place. Random. I get back on track, Paul. So here's the other fun thing. So she was, she was the epitome of a sexy blonde bombshell. Not my words. These are literally the words that were used to describe her. Mm-hmm. And she was. I mean, you pull those pictures up of her. Gorgeous. Platinum blonde. That was her. Mm-hmm. She is credited with the term platinum blonde. So much so that one of her movies that she was in got renamed Platinum Blonde for her. Yeah. Here, do you know how she got her platinum blonde hair?
Go
on. She had a hairdresser. Every week, it was a recipe of peroxide, ammonia, Clorox, and Lux Flakes, which is like a detergent. Mm-hmm. Every week. Why
did her hair not break off?
Well,
did
it eventually, her hair towards the end of her life said it was coming out in clumps. Some people say that it was one of the causes of her death. We'll talk about that in a sec. So there's a lot of rumors, but yeah, she was the original platinum blonde. So much so that Marilyn Monroe, to become the next, I'll say, platinum blonde, she was trying to do the same thing. She ended up hiring Harlow's hairdresser to do her hair.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. Now you know. So this drink was her drink. Now, some people call it a sweet rum martini, but really it's not. It's really a riff on a Manhattan. Sorry, I know whiskey, but
it's not using whiskey.
It's not using whiskey.
You have succeeded.
So this is a great, easy cocktail. 2 ingredients. Rum, sweet vermouth.
I have consumed more sweet vermouth, I think, in the last month.
You've done well.
In my entire life.
Yeah. Orange bitters are okay. It's optional. The other optional is typically they'll say to use a light rum, but if you read a lot of the recipes, they will suggest actually using an aged rum to give it more flavor. And again, our aged rum, thank you, Marmers. We're going with Don Q. Don Q Añejo XO. XO for extra old. So this has been aged at least 6 years as a rum. It's delicious. As you can tell, it's already been drank a little. We had We had to taste it in a parking garage. And that's what you do with good rum. Taste it in a parking garage. The other thing about Don Q, this is for some people, there's speaking of riffs, there's a riff between Don Q and Bacardi. And people will challenge which is not only the better, but who has it. Because there's a fight in Puerto Rico. And Don Q is about 1932. It started in Puerto Rico. But Bacardi put an office there. And most people in Puerto Rico will say this is the original, this is their rum, because Bacardi's a foreigner. But they've had ongoing battles over the years. But Bacardi tends to be believed the Cuban rum, but Don Q is the original from Puerto Rico rum. That's all I got. Okay. For God's sakes, Paul, is there a cocktail tonight? Yeah, there is. There really is. Now, here's the last fun fact for you. So all the ingredients is rum, sweet vermouth. Shaken or stirred?
Stirred.
You would think stirred. And I put that out just as a teaser. In fact, every recipe going all the way back to 1933 when it was in the book say that this drink is supposed to be shaken. And that works out great for us in this house because we shake our martinis.
Yes, we do.
So, following tradition, a little bit of ice. You're coming in with rum, about 1.5 ounces. So it's equal parts, so that makes it very easy. Some people will switch it up a little bit. Since this is our first time making it, I'm going to go classic. Are we good?
Yeah, they've done an update so that the split camera, it's down on the bottom. It's not a split camera. That actually works really well. Hey, look at that for updates.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Huh, all right. So
it gives you more space.
There's 1.5 ounces. 1.5 ounces. Oh God, it's again. Thank you, Marmers, for thinking of us. And then we're coming in with Sweet Vermouth. That's the red one. In case you're keeping track at home, and equal parts. So we're going to go about 1.5 ounces. And about 1.5 ounces. One for Shelby.
Yeah, it's a window, like a window in it versus a split screen.
Really? You like it?
I do very much.
Uh-huh. Well, we can't see him. Hold on, people.
Well, you really can't see.
Oh, yeah, right down there. Huh. All right. Sorry. So there it is. And then we're just going to come in. Oh, we'll do the bitters. Those appear lots. Just dash per. So we get that. And then make it cold. I love a good two-drink or two, it's nice on a Sunday to have a good, simple, sophisticated cocktail. All right, so we do that. We come in here with some sexy glasses. What a sexy talk. Calm down, Paul. Sorry. Bombshells, platinum. Look at that.
That's fun looking.
Right? Now, I will tell you why some people don't like to shake is because it's a cloudier drink, but it'll settle. Don't get yourselves all worked up.
It smells good.
Doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And then for your garnish, it is what is described as a very long, sexy lemon twist. Again, not my words. Look at that. Great lemon, babe.
I picked it specifically for you.
Thanks. It's fantastic.
It's the least I could do after all the shenanigans.
Tell you what, you build a greenhouse and you are, you know what, I can do better. Hold on. Let's try something.
Except for bourbon drinks.
Yeah.
Girls gotta have limits.
Let's try to make this a little curvier and sexier than me just. There. All right, I tried. Anyway, there it is, people. That is, and of course, Emergency. You know, I hate to say it, Emergency had Jean maybe done a little Emergency. Maybe she would have. So she died at age 26.
Wow.
26 years old. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's give this beautiful, sexy drink a little try. Oh, it smells delicious. I mean, it really does.
It smells good from here.
Oh, yes. Yes. So, this, to me, that it's kind of a porty, like almost mapley bit of a hit. But yet, here, I'm going to come around and give you a toast. Stepping over puppies. Here we go. Cheers, Letha. I mean,
That's pretty.
is that not gorgeous? Yeah. But do you,
Oh. Wow. It really brings out the flavor of the rum.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It kind of brings in out of that caramel,
Yeah.
oaky.
Banana, particularly. I really.
Yeah.
It tastes like a banana Foster.
It's a very sophisticated. Look at us, sophisticated
you're
here.
able to taste the notes in the rum more. It takes the heat out.
It does. So, again, this recipe you can go with just a straight light rum, and I'm sure it's delicious. But everything I read in 8 minutes said that to step it up, if you go with an aged rum, it really enhances. I mean, it's good. That is a great little sipper cocktail.
Marmer, I suggest you try this one. The rum old fashioned was delicious. However, this one you need to try too.
It's clean. It really, and you know, I was nervous because I hate to use. I mean, this is a nice rum. You don't want to mess up a good rum, and I don't think we did. So there you go. But yeah, so she died at the age of 26. She was actually filming a movie, Saratoga, and they had to have her double, finished it.
Wow.
So, but yeah, and so there's a lot of stories about what happened, how it happened, but she actually, it was, oh my gosh, now I am going to forget. When your kidneys shut down, you create uric acid.
Yeah.
Is that right? And it was an overflux of that. But a lot of people said that. So back then, there was no dialysis yet. There were no kidney transplants yet. That didn't come out until like the 50s. Dialysis didn't start until like late 40s, early 50s. First transplant wasn't until like late 50s, early 60s, I believe. But they said it could have been treated. One of the problems is that a lot of her symptoms, so she was a partier. They said they were masked because she was bloated, and a lot of people thought it was from all the drinking. She was suffering from headaches, severe headaches. She thought she was hungover. So a lot of this, by the time they finally got it diagnosed properly, so she'd seen doctors, her hair was falling out like by the handful. So some people thought it was tied to maybe the chemicals. A lot of things went on. When she finally got uric acid, when it finally got diagnosed by the doctor, she only lived for a few more days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty tragic, very tragic. And so anyway, but a lot of her movies, I haven't seen any, but I read about some. They look fantastic. And so here's another last interesting fact. Her last movie was co-starring Clark Gable, Marilyn Monroe's last movie, Clark Gable.
Oh, wow.
I think that's right. And so so Clark Gable and Jean Harlow, one of the movies was called Red Dust. And great line. I was reading it, of all the lines, this was the pickup line. Gotta love a good pickup line. And Clark Gable said, "Do you mind if I get drunk with you?" I mean, that's solid stuff back in the 30s. That's solid stuff in the 2020s.
Yes.
Doesn't sound as good. Oh, fantastic. All right. So there you go. Go have a Jean Harlow. And I don't mind if you get drunk with me. So enjoy responsibly. Don't mask up your symptoms of other stuff by drinking too much. Okay, that was too much.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, folks, we're out. We'll see you maybe next Sunday. It's Easter.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Does anybody want to see us on?
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we will. We may go on a road trip, but we could do it on the. Oh, we could do an on the road cocktail. We'll see. We'll be there Sunday.
All right.
Happy Easter, folks. Love you. Cheers. We're out.